Facebook messages for Victoria at the sound of the town. Thank you.
Hi, Victoria. It's Courtney. I'm just going to give you a little update about what's going on. This really didn't have to be like this at all. I mean, nobody was really offended by your outline or synopsis. It seemed really positive and actually not really stupid or dumb or anything. It seemed quite intelligent. And personally, I don't really think it's your fault from what I understand about Britt's character. I think it's Britt's fault. But to take advantage of what Lynn Hirschberg did to me and the vile and sexist thing that she did is just lower than low, and everybody thinks so. And the libel laws in Britain are much stronger and better than they are in America. Chris, Dave, Kurt, and I, Danny, Janet, Rosemary, Gary Gersh, and John Silva, all of us will use every dollar that we have and every bit of our power to basically fuck you up, because, I mean, you're horrible to do this. This is just horrible. Interviewing people about what abortions I've had, interviewing people about who I've slept with. I mean, what the fuck does that have to do with my rock band or Kurt's rock band? You know, I've heard back a couple of things that you've said about me, like you'll see a picture of me and Kurt in a magazine and say, like, oh, I'm sure Courtney arranged that. It just shows how fucking little you know about what kind of a person I am, and you have no right to violate or rape mine and Kurt's relationship like this. It's just not fair and it's not right. Lynn Hirschberg is a mainstream idiot writer who thinks she's cutting edge, and for you to fall into that trap and to follow, you know, her party line because of Britt's jealousy, you know, I mean, when people talk about you, Victoria, they don't, as I was saying, when people talk about you, they don't really have a lot of nasty things to say about you. It's more Brit, so I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. It's too bad that the suit that Dave Grohl is going to file, the sexual harassment suit, I mean, I know that sounds really pathetic, but we're just going to do everything we can. I mean, you told Charles Peterson, you've told Mills, you've told Debbie, and you've told Kim Warnick that you slept with Dave Grohl, and I was there, and Dave was there, and everyone else was there, and that's something that didn't happen. And so that's one of the suits that's going to be filed. Presenting yourself to Kurt's Aunt Judy as though you were his friend is pathetic, and she's going to file a misrepresentation suit. So is Dale Clover and Debbie Shane. You told them it was an authorized biography when it wasn't. Those are legal things. You can't use quotes of people that you told were authorized when it wasn't. We're taking out a full-page ad in the Rocket, and a full-page ad in the Village Voice, and a full-page ad in the LA Weekly, lead news story in the Melody Maker, lead news story full-page in the NME. They might even put a picture of Shane and saying basically that I didn't author this, someone in Gold Mountain did, but that you're aspiring groupies and that you're sexually obsessed fans of the band, and so on and so forth. Now, this sounds a little ugly to you as it does to me. Maybe you could get the picture by thinking about how we feel. I mean, you've went and interviewed Lynn Hirschberg. You said you were going to Boston to interview Mary Lou Lord, somebody that Kurt never even slept with. Never even slept with her. Had an acquaintance with her for 4 days, trying to interview Billy Pumpkin. I dated him for 2 months. What the fuck does that have to do with my band, or Kurt's band, or your outline for that matter? You know, Britt's just got a wild hair up her ass and thinks it's an okay thing to violate my relationship, not realizing that in the next 3 months, as I was saying, and MTV News is really excited about it because of the angle of the obsessed fan angle, which you guys have absolutely proven to be. by taking this tack. I think you're disgusting. I think you're just scary. I have nothing to say. I mean, you want to like destroy my life because what? Because we got married and you're pissed off. I mean, what can I say? I'm not the kind of person that you think I am, and I know you know that, and you're just trying to what you think this is a trend. It's not a trend. I have the cover of Select this very month. I have the cover of the Melody Maker this very month, all positive, all fluff pieces. Me and Kurt are on the cover of Spin in less than 2 weeks, all positive, all saying what an asshole and an idiot Lynn Hirschberg is. I mean, you say he should have married a model, but he married me with a straight face. And if indeed you did interview her, and if indeed you did listen to her tapes, then you should be lucid and intelligent enough to understand that pretty much everything that she wrote that I said was twisted around and deranged in such a fashion as to make me look as though I lost my mind, as though I have no intellect at all. For somebody that supposedly respects this band of Kurt's so very much, it's pretty disgusting that you don't have any respect for me, and to think that I enjoy having my marriage be more important than my rock band is idiotic. When I told my nurse crew that I felt that Kurt had sort of fucked me up, I sincerely meant it. I thought that this would happen anyway, but I married him anyway because he's who I love, and you can't. I could sit here and say, well, what everyone else says, Shane, has 1/4 of a liver left and 2 teeth in his head, and for one... you could assume that Shane is a drunken retard and that you're simply using him because you think he has some sort of status or something, but then again, who am I to judge a relationship? You could honestly love each other. Who's a fucking lie to tell you that Shane's retarded and you're a groupie? Is that my right to do that? I really don't understand how you can assume that Kurt's such a fucking genius and he's so brilliant and everything else, and yet, it's so simple as he married someone who's an opportunist. That's crazy. It's crazy. So these are just a couple of the things that we're going to do, on top of which... What was it you wanted me to tell her about the lawsuits? Kurt? What was it you wanted me to tell her about the lawsuits?
So far, about 15 people that she's talked to are willing to draft with these
15 people that you've talked to that Kurt's spoken with we're going to pay all the legal fees, of course, but they're all basically wanting to take you to court because you lied to them and said that this was an authorized biography. See, it didn't have to be like this. And it still doesn't. The ad space has been purchased, so, whatever. I don't know what you want to do. What I want from you, since you've proven to be so insane, and I really don't think it's you, I think it's Britt, but what I want from you is some sort of approval or some sort of reassurance that you understand what you're doing and you understand how wrong it is, and you understand that maybe you're just frustrated because no one, is giving you interviews that you want, or that you're having to get these interviews in such a low and illegal way. I don't want my name or my character dragged in the mud anymore, and based on things that aren't true, and based on things that have to do with women in the American music industry's jealousy of me, nipping a hot young rock star in the bed when I suppose he's supposed to be out with Axl Rose, fucking whores on divans and Casablanca settings and limos. It's not my fault that my husband doesn't choose to do those things, and You know, I've gone from being mentioned in the same breath as Polly Harvey to being mentioned in the same breath as Nancy Spungen in the period of 6 months, and it's disgusting. You know, I didn't take drugs after I found out that I was pregnant in my first trimester, and it's absurd to say that I did. I mean, I have medical records to prove it, and it's been a really, really hard 2 months having to put up with this kind of shit and having to have your chance at sort of like being able to make a good record and prove yourself taken away by the sexism of other women. I mean, that's a really terrible thing to have happen to a person, and that, you know, and it was sort of going away, and a lot of people had a lot of integrity, and a lot of people came to my rescue, and a lot of people are giving me the kind of press that, you know, I'm loath to do, because I wanted to do Plus when our record came out next, but I had to do this press to save myself and to save my baby. I mean, I don't want my baby growing up and having people tell her that her mother's insane or that her mother's a heroin addict or any other of these, you know, weird lies that have to do with envy. And if you think about it, you know, I mean, you guys know what you're doing. I don't know why I'm trying to be rational with you. I mean, nobody else wants to be rational with you. Most people want to fucking kill you at this point. And since no one can do that, they want to do everything they can to hurt your name and to hurt you. I think that from your outline, you know, I was the one that, you know, was really into your book. I thought it was a good idea. It's not my fault that Kurt didn't want to do it. Like, you know, I really, whatever. You guys, it's like, you can listen to Britt and you can continue doing what Britt's doing. You can continue raising up as much muck about me as you can. And there's a lot of muck. You know, I've fucked a lot of people. I've done a lot of drugs. I really don't know what that... And I'm not embarrassed about any of it. It's just the tone and the sickness of how Lynn, you know, what Lynn did to me, and that you know, the knowledge that you guys are planning on doing worse. It's just so horrible. You know, I don't deserve this. And, you know, nobody that's my friend that won't talk to you will say that I do. You know, because a lot of people are jealous of me and a lot of people hate my guts. You know, so what? I don't know what this has to do with my fucking rock band or Kurt's fucking rock band. And to violate our relationship by, you know, trying to assess it, it's just disgusting. So here's the deal, you know. You guys, you can stop listening to Britt, who, by the way, every person I've talked to about her, she claims that she knows me. She claims that I stole a boyfriend of hers, somebody English. I've never gone out with an English person in my life. One of the things that's really annoying about all this is the Julian Cope thing. I've never in my entire life told anybody that Julian Cope is my boyfriend or was my boyfriend in any way, shape, or form. You know, when I was younger and I first came back from Liverpool, I told people that I lived with him, which I did. But, you know, I never have said to the press or to anybody else anything that wasn't true about Julian Cope and myself. And I hear back that, you know, that I like somehow interviewed him or something. That's just gross. I mean, it just shows what you're trying to do. And you guys can, I mean, every person that I've talked to about Britt has the same thing to say. They have the same thing to say. They say that she drops the most ridiculous names, like, in the space of 30 seconds. Every person I've talked to has told me about how Britt will say, oh, when I was in the Catherine wheel, when I was at dinner with my bloody Valentine, when I blah, 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 right. I mean, she was like a vile, name-dropping pig, and you guys think that this is like this big, juicy story that you're on, you know, uncovering Courtney's past. I was like, I don't make any bones about my past. I live in the present, and I lived in my past, and I don't have any problems with it. So, you know, you're dealing with somebody that has a really bad character. This didn't have to be a thing where everybody hated you, Victoria. This didn't have to be a thing where everybody tore you down. This doesn't have to be a thing where every single lawsuit, every person you talk to is going to be filing a lawsuit, except for, of course, Susan Silver and Lynn Hirschberg. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be like this, but it's going to be, and it's not going to be pretty for you or for anybody else. It's going to cost us a lot of money, and you know, whatever. It's totally up to you. I'll leave you the number that I'm at, and if you want to talk about it with me, and let me know, you know, if I'm wrong about this, let me know, you know, I mean, if I'm thinking that you're going to do something that you have no intention of doing, then let me know. If you're doing it and you feel like it's justified, then let me know. I want to know the reasons why you think it's justified. I mean, I deserve that. Before, you know, you drag this out and you try and drag us down in this sordid little tale of how, you know, Courtney's a bad person because she slept with numerous people, or Courtney's a bad person because I hear all these crazy fucking rumors about her. So I'm at the Four Seasons Hotel in Seattle, and my room number is 918. We're under the name Richie. I don't know if you heard the last part, and we're under the name Richie. So I hope I made myself clear. If you guys don't, or not, I don't even want to deal with your partner. She's disgusting. But if you don't deal with me and deal with me on a rational level and a fair level within the next few days, I mean before Monday, because Monday's the date that everything's going to go ahead, we're going to make it so that your book will probably be able to come out, but I mean it won't come out in May. It certainly won't come out by May the next year, because we will have you in litigation for a very, very long time, and we will spend every dime that we have. By the time you're able to publish your book, not only will my next record be out, but all the press that's coming out in the next 2 or 3 months that's all very positive and very good about me and about Francis and about my band and every other fucking thing will be out. And so any kind of cultural zeitgeist against me that Lynn Hirschberg started, or actually she was pretty much just the messenger of people like Britt and Susan Silver, will have passed, and so you'll kind of look like idiots for dragging me through the mud like this. I just want what's right. I don't mind if people tell the truth. I don't like it when people lie about me. And most people think it's very exciting to lie about me at this point because of Lynn. So, you know, if you want an ally, you know, you have an opening to have an ally. If you want an enemy, you have an opening to have a powerful enemy. I don't think you want to be humiliated. I don't think you want a sexual harassment suit against you, which is totally legal and totally within the confines of the law, as ridiculous as it may sound. Telling people that you slept with somebody that you didn't sleep with is sexual harassment, and you know, we all dealt with this on Thursday. You know, I didn't even bring it up. It's Dave and Danny's idea. What was that? Okay. So, I guess that's all. Just what was that? Okay. So, I guess that's all. Just, I'll be here, and I would like to hear from you over the weekend. You're obviously home now, since your message is different from when I called on Friday, and, you can just come to the Four Seasons and we can have tea or something, and I really don't want to deal with Britt, but I will deal with you and we can discuss this. Britt was saying something to Debbie Shane about how, like, she was scared of me or something, and that I had cornered her in a room and, like, physically threatened her. Like, I've never... I don't even know her, let alone, I don't physically threaten anybody, so I really don't know what that has to do with anything. So if, you know, she's going to say, oh, Courtney's going to beat you up or something, you know, I don't beat people up. I just want to put this shit behind us, and whatever. I don't know what else to say. You have my number. I expect to hear from you tonight or tomorrow, okay? So, let's make this pleasant and not ugly. And your book will sell a lot, and it'll come out on the day it's supposed to come out, and you know, you won't be humiliated, and I won't be humiliated by lies. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you later, Victoria. Bye-bye. Hi, Victoria. This is Courtney. I'm still waiting to hear from you. It's 6 o'clock on Sunday night. So we're both still waiting to hear from you. We know you're home, so don't know what the problem is. You should probably give me a call pretty soon. I would imagine that would be in your best interest. Okay. Bye now. Hi, Victoria. It's Courtney. Just wanted to talk to you again today. Another day with no word, but we talked to our litigators and got word to Box Tree, and your book's not ever gonna fucking come out at this point. So, I mean, just goes to show fucking what being a liar and bitch will get you. I don't even think it's your fault as much as it's Brit's, but, you know, whatever. Oh, I just found out who Brit's boyfriend was, too. Some fucking little kid that followed my band around England and then wrote me pretty much basically love letters for the past year. So no wonder she's fucking got a wild hair up her ass. Talking to fucking, I mean, I found out some of the more people you've talked to today, and since you've misrepresented yourself to two people that have actively filed suits as of today, we're going to subpoena you for every person that you have talked to. So that ought to be... Hi, Victoria. It's Courtney again. So, we haven't heard back from you, and I just wanted to let you know that the longer we don't hear back from you, the more money we're going to spend to fuck you up. And I don't understand really why you wouldn't want to put your book out. But since you don't want to put your book out and you'd rather go around and tell people who you fucked when you didn't fuck them, and try and research the people that I've had sex with in my lifetime, and your view of ethics of my morality, I will never fucking forgive you. As a matter of fact, I will haunt you two fucking cunts for the rest of your goddamn life. Going and interviewing Lynn Hershberg is called rape. That's what that's fucking called. That's called rape. Fucking bitch. What, Lynn Hershberg has such a hot goddamn interview. She doesn't have any different interview than Everett or Jonathan Gold or fucking Craig Rosen or anybody else. Only somebody on the Bush Family Values Administration would think that Lynn Hershberg had any kind of fucking hot interview at all. Or you two goddamn idiots that don't even fucking know about punk rock. I don't even know what your fucking problem is or why you got this wild hair up your ass, but you're gonna pay and pay and pay and pay out your ass. And that's a fact. Your fucking list of enemies is going to be longer than you can wrap your fucking finger around, and you're going to be so fucking humiliated this time next week, you're going to wish you'd never been born. And you still have a chance about fucking 12 hours before I leave to get out of this, but since you choose not to do it, fine, we don't fucking care. We're gonna fuck you up the ass. We don't fucking care. You're an asshole, and Brit's an asshole, and you're both fucking tired, ugly ass, dumb groupies who never got anything they wanted out of life. I'm sorry that you got told when you were little girls that marrying a rock star was the biggest coup that you could pull. I'm sorry that you can't give women credit for being fucking women. Courtney, in front of me from Janet, and it's, actually I have two faxes. One is the letter to Box Tree, which pretty much describes what you are. I'm sure your publisher will be telling you all about that. And the other one is the copy for MTV News next week, which doesn't even mention you by name because we don't want to give you that much credit, and talks about how you, well, let me read it. No, I don't think I'll read it to you. I'll probably just have somebody drop it by your house. But it talks about how two obsessed fans claiming to be authorized biographers of Nirvana are delving into the personal lives of Nirvana. These two fans have deluded the band's friends, and talks about the sexual harassment and how you're nothing more than aspiring groupies who have thrown themselves on band members many times, and so on and so forth. And it's also going to sort of tie in with Lynn Hirschberg. And also, if you think that like all this press is great for your book, that's really cool and everything, but your book's not ever going to come out. I mean, we have like 3 solid, great cases against you to make it that your book will never come out. Because I'm not talking about libel. You haven't committed any libel yet. You fucking harassed the shit out of us, and you're liars, and you're evil. And I hope you rot in hell, both of you. You'll never forget us as long as you live. Not me, not Kurt, not Chris, not Dave, or any of our friends, or any of our family. Never. We're gonna fucking haunt you to your grave for being such opportunistic parasites. Yeah, really, interviewing Mary Lou Lord's ex-boyfriend is really fucking in keeping with your synopsis. Why do you fucking care? Please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
I hope this is definitely leaving a message. This is Ken at Michael Levine Photography in New York, 212-924-5310. Please call us regarding the contacts that we sent you.